Hi friends, I'm Joy and I'm a registered dietitian. I make healthy, simple, and Asian recipes which are friendly to people who wish to manage blood sugars, blood pressure, prevent heart disease. Today we're going to make a rice cake soup. Okay, first of all, we're gonna get our pork ready. Slice the pork shoulder to small and thin pieces. I love the texture of pork shoulder, but if you want to choose something with less saturated fats, you can go for some extra lean ground pork. We're going to marinate the pork with a pinch of salt, some soy sauce, cooking wine, and cornstarch. If you're using dry shiitake mushrooms, they'll need to be soaked in water for half an hour until they're softened throughout. If you're using other types of fresh mushrooms, don't bother, just chop them up into smaller pieces. Wash some baby bok choy, chop off the stem and separate the leaves. Chop the green onions, now is the time to cook. Put the pork, the mushrooms, and the white part of the green onion in an oil pan. Stir fry until the pork no longer appears to be red and raw. Add in the bok choy. Put the rice cakes on top of the bok choy to prevent them from sticking to the pan. Add in the water. Close the lid and let it cook for about 10 minutes until you can almost cut it with your spatula. I found that different brands of rice cakes can take a different amount of time to cook. Add the soy sauce and the sugar. Then crack an egg straight into the soup, don't stir it. Cook a little longer until the egg is formed. Now add the green part of the green onion and a drizzle of sesame oil, and it's ready to be served. Rice cakes are a common dish in Asian households and they're extremely delicious. Unfortunately, they are relatively high carb and high in glycemic index, which means they'll potentially spike your blood sugars and they're not so friendly of a food for people with diabetes. However, having a reasonable portion of rice cakes once a week will have no negative impact on your blood sugars management in the long run. And a great way to slow down the blood sugar spike is to dress the rice cakes up with sources of fiber and protein. In this recipe, we're dressing up the rice cakes with a generous amount of bok choy, which is a vegetable and a fiber source, and we're dressing it up with pork and egg, which are protein. They all help stabilize that blood sugar spike. And this is a principle you can apply to all meals you cook.